it's Molly. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. If you're new to my channel, I am an artist here in South Florida. I do a lot of abstract artwork, a lot of acrylic pouring and fluid art pieces, and I'm very excited today because I'm working with another fluid artist. Her name is Rinske, and she is such an amazing friend, and we decided to do my empty wall together. Now, if you don't know what this is, a few weeks ago on our Instagram, our Facebook, and our community here on YouTube, we told everyone, show us a picture of your empty wall and send us some inspiration, maybe some color inspiration, and we would create a piece as if we were filling that space. So it doesn't mean that the person that we picked has to buy it, nothing like that, but we want to create something and give you the inspiration to fill your wall. So that's what I'm going to do tonight. Here is a picture of the actual inspiration for the room. And what I really like about this piece are kind of the circular shapes that are there. I really picked up on the dark blue and the silver, and so that's what I'm gonna focus on tonight, maybe with just little pops of color. So for each one of these that we do and for each person that we pick, run it through your mind and see, what would I have made for this? You could even join along and tag us if you want. And don't forget to check out Rinske channel because she also has a piece that is inspired by this picture. If you want to join in on the next challenge, make sure that you find us on social media and tag us, hashtag #myemptywall, and let's paint. All right, hi everyone. Hope you're doing well. I am going to do the My Empty Wall piece. I was so excited to do this with a wonderful artist, Rinske, and this is really about the winner. Each time we do this is about inspiration, about showing what you can do with a blank wall, and that's my favorite thing to do, is start with a blank canvas and have an idea come to creation. It's just the best feeling. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I had tried this color palette one other time, just kind of fiddling around with it, and I really love the colors, but I really wanted more silver to have it pop. And so that's what I'm gonna do tonight. And I'm gonna start with 2 lines. So you saw the picture before, and it was this beautiful like cherry, and the walls are gray, and so I wanted something to pop out with contrast, so I chose a dark color. And then I wanted the silver because I picked up those silver tones in the bowl of the cherries. I made, and I only have just a little bit, but I made a red magenta color out of a carmine and a primary magenta. And then I have a green, and it kind of scared me when I started, but the green is really reminds me of like the cherry stem. So I made that out of a olive green light and an emerald green. And then I've got white. I have this cream colored silver as well. This is actually the silver by Amsterdam, and it's really not silver, it's like this cream metallic. It's very pretty. And then I have a little bit of phthalo blue just to kind of brighten it up, and then I'm using the Soho silver. This brand, Soho, and the other brand that I use, Creative Inspirations, when I mix them with Amsterdam paints, this is what creates that beautiful kind of burst of cells that I get. So when this is thinned down with water. So I'm going to go ahead and pour these out, and I'll be back. So what I forgot to tell you the last time is that I actually ran out of the Prussian blue Payne's Gray mix that I was using. I have more ordered, but from Dick Blick. I get my Amsterdam from Dick Blick. So I I made it out of phthalo blue and oxide black. So that was, and then I always set, I have stuff all over me. I always set a little bit aside from a premixed color that I make. I've done it with a bunch of colors. Oops, I dropped something in there. And I always, so that way if I need to touch up the edges or something like that, I always have a little bit. It took me quite a few tries of realizing that I needed to touch something up and not being able to mix the same color. So live and learn from that one. And all right, this looks good. Okay, so make sure you check out Rinske Downa, her channel for the piece that she creates. And what was so fun is that we actually didn't know we don't know what we're making. So we didn't like talk about it and plan it ahead of time. The only time we talked about it was to pick the person. And if you want to enter for the next time we do this, you can head on over to either of our Facebook or Instagram pages and send us and some people emailed us too because some people don't have Instagram. And just send us a picture of your empty wall and a little bit of color inspiration, and maybe we'll pick you for the next one. Okay, so I'm gonna start. So this is what I learned from the last time. I'm gonna start with silver. And the way that I did it, I started up here and I curved it on around. And I'm gonna start here, curve that up. And then I will save that silver for the last little bit that I do. Now I put the green the last time only in certain places, but I actually like the way it came out. I was afraid of it, but I like the way it came out, so I'm gonna do that again and just kind of follow the same line, but just not do a ton, except maybe right in there. Because when it mixed, followed the wrong line. When it mixed together, it actually created a very pretty pop of color of interest. So now I'm gonna do, I think, this cream silver. This just didn't show up as well as I thought in the last one, but it could have been a little too thin. So now I'm gonna go with my blue. And the other thing that happened is I didn't have enough paint. I layered them differently and I just didn't have enough on the canvas. So when I blew it out, it was just a bunch of negative space and that was it. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with this magenta red mix. You have to be very careful with, I keep following that line. You have to be very careful with reds and blues together. Sometimes they mix to just be very unpleasing to the eye. They mix together almost like a red, white, and blue type flag, that's not unpleasing, but just something about it kind of catches my eye in a very different way. But I try, when I'm gonna mix them together, to do different saturations of the colors, meaning I'll choose a darker blue and a brighter red, or a brighter blue and a darker red. So you have to think about those things. Think about why is my eye not liking this? Why is this not pleasing? Okay, well, I'm pretty much out of every other color, basically. I hope I have enough colors there. I definitely think I have enough paint, but I'm just going to drizzle a little more. Okay, there we go. Maybe a little tiny bit of the, I don't know, maybe that was not a great idea. pop these air bubbles. So people have asked why I use, this is an Urban Creator torch. I got it off Amazon, but some people were saying they can't find it anymore. But any creme brulee torch, some people have, runs off butane, other people's runs off propane instead. It depends on the location that you're in. But I use it to pop the air bubbles, because if you don't, then you'll get these tiny little pinholes all over the canvas, and the canvas can actually show through those. So that's why I'm popping these. It can help create cells as well, but for the most part, this is just to pop the air bubbles. Okay, let's go. Enough talk. Okay, this is very pretty. It's a very similar design that I had to the last one. I like the big bold pops of color that are in this. I'm not even gonna talk about how much I'm gonna fiddle, because it's never the actual amount that I'm gonna fiddle. Okay, so this part right here, I definitely know that I want to do something with. A little too hard still right up in there. Oh my gosh, that created something amazing over there. Okay, but I'm just gonna touch. That's what I didn't want to happen, is these two. I don't really like any of this little part right here. It's just not, it's not working for me. So, when you don't like it, take this right here and just all gone. Now I'm gonna take some of my, and this is why you always have leftover paint. I'm gonna take some of that there. This is just stunning. Gorgeous. Even when I don't do waves, I end up with waves. I just think this is absolutely amazing. I like how it's wispy right here and these little, I'm just gonna drag that out like a little bit right there. Yeah, this is really, really pretty. I'm really happy. Here they are. So these were 16 by 20 inch canvases. I love the design. This one's kind of like an X, and this one's kind of like a dueling dragon or something. I don't know, they're really cool. But let me take you in. So that was the mixture of that. That's the cell lacing that I get when using the Soho Silver, or really Creative Inspirations or Soho. Whatever's in their mixture gives me those cells when I mix it with Amsterdam. Trying to go slow. And then over here. Wow. I didn't like that wave part, but I like it now. It's kind of playful. And then up there, that's what was created when I blew on that little section. I really, really like it. So much movement in this one. And I did it curved. Look how much paint I have on me. I did it curved like that so that I could kind of get that feel from the circular round shape of the cherry. So you can pull inspiration from anywhere. These are going to be so much fun. I can't wait to pick the next picture and do the next one. All right, I'll show you the dried result. Okay, here it is. It is just gorgeous. The shimmer in it is really, really pretty. You've got those pops of color. Gorgeous up there. The flow of it is really nice. So again, I took my inspiration from kind of the curves that were in the picture and then the colors, and then I thought about what would contrast on the wall. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I can't wait to see Rinska's. Please head over and check out her channel if you haven't already. And don't forget to hashtag us MyEmptyWall if you want to maybe be in the running for our next selection. All right, thank you guys for watching. Happy painting. Bye.